taking it with Mewtwo, not with anyone
Dark
else.
Samus, I think that's who he's in.
Yeah, not with Dark Samus, but we're going to get right into it. Pollo playing that Lucina.
Yeah, we're gonna have Pollo, who's been playing Marcina since Smash 4, and now we have him against Partridge, who did play Peach in Smash 4, and he's bringing out Daisy. So it's nice to see some echo representation from both players here. Going instead of Marth and Peach, we have Lucina and Daisy. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Now, traditionally in Smash 4 Brawl, from what I can recall, Lucina, or Marth, I should say, has had a pretty strong advantage against Peach. However, this is the new game, and we've seen a lot of success coming out of Peach and Daisy from players like Samsora, and I think Captain Zack is also playing. And, we've also seen that a lot of people are doubting, or are claiming that Marth and Lucina may be some of the best characters in the game. I think specifically Lucina, just because that sword is so powerful. But right now we have a pretty even game. Partridge has a slight lead at about 25%, which does, not mean a lot, especially in this game where characters can rack up damage so quickly. It all comes down to if you can land that KO option like Partridge did just now.
Unfortunately, Pollo going in for the unsafe neutral air, and we'll get punished with that forward smash. And now Revolution is still already taking 76%. Partridge has already taken 76% on Pollo's second stock.
Oh, 111. He is.
And took it, I think, 0 to death. Good stuff to him.
Yeah, that was an amazing stock, actually. He completely annihilated him, threw him off stage, and just that turnip play was fantastic because he was able to convert turnip into forward air, I think a couple times, and then just annihilated his recovery. And now we're looking at a pretty large deficit for Pollo, but Pollo is a pretty seasoned player now. He's taking that stock with a forward air off stage, and we have a winky face turnip. Not going to do much, and Pollo is sitting back here trying to find his opening. Partridge hits him with the back air, extending his lead. What do you think Pollo really needs to do right now to kind of get himself back in the game?
So I'm liking that Pollo's using his aerials, but he's using him a little bit too risky. I think he needs to slow down his play a little bit more, wait for Partridge to come in a little bit, and make an unsafe option. But right now you're seeing that Partridge is getting those grabs in, getting that damage in more than Pollo is, and I think that that's really what Pollo needs to do, just slow down his play a little bit and figure out what he needs to do, because right there, did an unsafe aerial and got hit, so definitely just needs to watch out for that.
Partridge is definitely playing right now to punish off of a lot of Pollo's hard commitments. Pollo needs to really put him in a box and take control of him off stage, but right now Partridge has him at 156%. A lot of KO options are now on the board for Daisy.
Yeah. Right now, Pollo does get the second stock with a great edge guard and offstage option.
That's a very powerful back air, and that's going to net Partridge a victory here, a JV2 stock. Now, I do know that Pollo's adapting pretty well towards the end of it. I think if he continues to play the way he did in that last stock, we might see a game 3.
I think that if he continues to do that, if he slows down a little bit more, uses his side beat and his neutral beat with that range that it has, a little bit more, getting a little bit of distance away from Partridge's options, I think that we'll see a closer game. Where do you think Pollo goes for this? Does he go to Battlefield or FT?
I'd like to see him go to a Battlefield, more platforms. The spacing of PS2, I feel like, is what's really disrupted a lot of his play, and it looks like we are going to Battlefield, Suzaku Castle, which is one of my favorite, actually. Some of the best music in the game. I mean, coming from Street Fighter. Love the music from Street Fighter.
I like that Pollo is going Marth. I think he recognizes that he needs to get a little bit of distance away from Partridge and use those tippers to his advantage. And we are going to get into game number 2 here.
All right, we got the Vega stage music.
Vega stage,
good choice.
Really nice.
He gets a tipper on the second hit of neutral air, putting on 11, almost 12%. So good hit, but Partridge responding right back with a turnip to dash attack.
Unsafe aerial will get punished, and grab conversions will happen. 56% already on Marth, but some great sword conversions will take 66% and counting.
That was awesome. He did a couple. He started all of that with a stray up tilt, and then he got an up air, a forward air into a forward smash. So that was fantastic play for Pollo to kind of give him back a lead. And if you notice, he's playing kind of aggressive, but I feel like he's really pressing buttons against, like you mentioned, Partridge's shield, where he needs to find an opening that's going to benefit him more. And I think he's going to mix it up and maybe go in with a grab or an empty hop grab. Oh my gosh!
Oh man, that
neutral stared in the eye of some death.
Yeah. Pollo getting that forward air, getting Partridge into an edge guard situation. Partridge will get the grab, turn up in play.
No
Pollo
edge guard.
makes it back, doesn't get punished for doing the forward air, and we're back into neutral.
I love that forward air exchange right there. Pollo had one in the air just like Partridge, but he was able to get a second forward air out immediately to kind of give him that stage control. Dash attack, not going to do it just yet. Pollo's going to get 153%, and that forward air is going to take it. Now, this is a little better than last game. We just have to see how he responds after losing his first stock.
Right. And I mean, with a tippered move, Partridge can lose his first stock, and it can be back to an even game. Pollo just has to find that move and get it. Neutral air will take Revolution off, or Partridge off stage. Fun going for Revolution, and
wow, float cancel,
for,
down tilt up air.
Yeah, some great moves there. Already racking up 55% on Pollo's second stock.
Yeah, Pollo needs to stop pressing. He needs to stop swinging his sword. And he needs to do more initiation. I mean, great punish with the tipper forward smash right there, but you know, he's already taken 77%. I think he needs to play a little bit more reserved in like converting. Like right there, he's doing some retreating aerials. I think he'd be beneficial to, you know, get that one confirm and then continue his approach in his onside and getting that free damage. He's leaving a lot on the board for Partridge to go ahead and, you know, just run away with the lead. And that forwarder gonna take it. Now Pollo, his winner stock. His last winner's bracket stock potentially if Partridge is able to close this one out here.
I like that Pollo used that up B there to get out of that situation, then fastball immediately down there to avoid being punished, getting out of whatever damage Partridge could have done. He's at 75%, so another tipper forward smash could take the stock. He just
right
has
now,
to find it. Nice
Partridge
grab.
is putting on a lot of pressure. He was getting in with a bunch of up airs, and Pollo going deep for that recover, for that punish.
Partridge makes it back.
Oh, baited out the counter.
And that neutral air. Another neutral air. Turn up not connecting.
Oof, that forwarder coming off the ledge. Nice knockback and damage from Partridge. Now has Pollo at 79%. And great counter. Great. That was fantastic. I really, really love that option right there from Pollo that took the stock and kept him in the game here. But that neutral or dash attack gonna put Pollo is almost at 100% here. He's got to really make something happen right now because he's taking a lot of damage and you know he has some rage. Just needs to get that tipper. Dance Blade unlock has about 50% tipper forwarder.
It.
Yeah, now he's got strong advantage. He really needs to make sure he doesn't give up stage control, which Partridge is able to return back on the stage with that ledge roll get up. Now we're really coming down the wire here. That side B is going to start to look like a KO option very soon. Pollo's going to really find a good option to get off the ledge here.
Neutral get up will not be punished. Partridge okay with going back into neutral.
Oh, and that's a neutral air off the side B, and that's going to take it 2-0. Partridge beating Pollo.
Yeah, that neutral air can be done pretty much immediately after that back air is done. So that was, I think, a little bit unexpected to Pollo and ended up taking that stock pretty, not convincingly that second game, but definitely was a strong performance there coming out from Partridge. Beating Pollo, who was playing a really good Marth, I think just an unsafe Marth.
Yeah, that's really what it came down to. I mean, you can see that he was a little bit disappointed in that loss here. He was doing a good job of bringing it right back.